So,
I think it sticks.
oh, it sticks.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to open.
It is always, I didn't hear you, sorry. I'm going to come in, Terry. Stand by. Are you going to? It doesn't matter. Oh, okay. I just saw yours. How you doing? Is it okay if I ask Bee and Vicki, I know you haven't known, usually we have a sign-in book for anybody that, if you want to address the board and everybody gets 5 minutes. Did you want to? Because I know that you wouldn't have been aware of that, or were you just here to watch the meeting?
Well, we just got a letter, we wanted the board to have, so we're just listening.
Okay. What about you? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Let me just put, are you, with the letter that I sent, is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Because then you might want to present your side as well.
Oh, okay. I can sign them. Okay.
That?
First, I believe we have Calista.
Yes. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time. My name is Calista Giffen, and I was not class of 95. Now I'm a mother of 2 children that reside within this district. Last June, the CSE board, in regards to money on this and White Rabidou, met and determined that my son, his needs could not be met here at the school district. We agreed that the best course of action for him was collaborative day treatment in Ogdensburg, New York. The school board in July approved that recommendation, and my son is now going to collaborative day in Ogdensburg. When that was established, I was informed that my son will be picked up at 6:30 in the morning for transportation to collaborative day, to be returned home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Since school has started, my son returns home at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is an hour ahead of schedule. In speaking with Mike Lumley, the director of the program at Collaborative Day, he is missing approximately 2 hours of school a day due to transportation issues. He contacted Sherry White to find out if there was any way that we could make any adjustments to that to better further Wyatt's education while he is there. The response that was given to Mr. Lumley, which is the reason why I'm here tonight, is to ask this simple question. Mike Lumley was informed that due to the fact that we are on a contingency budget in this district, that it is not prudent to send a bus run for my son, so he has to leave school at 12:45 in the afternoon, lacking on his education. And I'm here to ask if that is in fact the case, and is my son's education being put in second to a budget constraint? And I would like the board's input on that information, because my son needs his education. And to me, this is in the face of the No Child Left Behind Act, because he's receiving 3 hours and a half of education a day, and that is it. That is all he's receiving. And that's only going to hamper him and put him back farther. So I'm asking the board for a reconsideration on that, so that he can obtain the required hours of education that's meant for the state on a daily basis, so that he can get what he needs and not actually be behind when he's allowed to re-enter the school district. Thank you.
Okay. Usually, just so you know, the way that works is because it's concerning the student, we'll have to discuss it in executive session,
Okay.
and then probably Mrs. Campbell will get back to you. Somebody will get back to you, okay?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, Melissa. Stacia?
I just wanted to share something with you. I received an email today in light of, I'm sure everybody has seen the whole air extension issue that was taking place. Lime School was on the news last Thursday. I contacted Section X because there was some concerns in our own school with athletes on whether they could have the breast cancer hair extensions, whether they were going to have to be cut out, et cetera, et cetera. So I contacted Carl Mermadden at Section X, and he forwarded me an email. He contacted Nina Van Erck to find out for me. And I did not make copies, and I apologize for that. I was kind of running short this evening. If anybody wants a copy of the email, I'd be glad to forward it on. But basically, this is what he told me. So it's good information for anybody that doesn't know and could pass on. It says, please be advised, wearing of hair extensions in soccer. The NFHS soccer rules do not prohibit the wearing of hair extensions. Under the NYSPH SAA rules, hair extensions would be permitted if the extensions are attached with a soft, pliable device such as a barrette or glued or woven into the hair. The hair extensions would be prohibited if they contain beads or other adornments. The color of a hair extension does not make it illegal. So the hair extensions that most of us are sporting right now, currently for breast cancer, are glued in. Yeah, I know they have like a metal clip one that you can put in and remove, but these ones are real hair. They're glued in. They can be pinned up, curled, whatever. So they're no harm and they're acceptable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stephanie?
I'm not sure if everybody got my email. I did ask that anybody like to forward it on, and I'm sure that you're not happy to see that. I asked to speak again. Kim and I really do feel that there was a mistake in the construction of the building use form. We were at the meeting when it was discussed, and the discussion was that if, in fact, the reason that you're charging is to cover the cost, and the district came up with the $15 and then the $3 for every additional hour, then there is no need, we're meeting that, to then keep charging additional each time somebody from out of the district comes in. That discussion was for people that weren't paying the building use fee, like men's basketball or something, where then you did have people that weren't taxpayers coming into the district, and then they were going to make up for that $15. But we weren't, or not just us, but the people that are already paying the building use fee. If we're already meeting the requirements, it just seems unfair to then charge an additional. And I did just want to mention that now that basketball is starting, we've been in the cafeteria a lot, and I have pictures that we took today. The last several times we've been in here, this is 3 times recently, there was soda all over the floor. We had to sweep the entire floor. We had to put up all the tables, which we are completely fine with doing. But if we're going to be charging $15 plus $2 for every additional out-of-district participant, plus we're putting up the tables, we put the tables back when we're done, and we had to sweep the entire floor, and it's been this way every single time we've had a cafeteria. And we're fine with that, but you're telling us that we're paying a $15 custodial fee, and we're cleaning the cafeteria. And some of our out-of-school or out-of-district participants are EK graduates that we went to school with, that are friends, or that their mothers are participants and they come and they do Zumba with them. Or they stop in Edwards, which I know that's not a concern of yours, but they do frequent our communities. So I'm just asking that somebody who's at that meeting that remembers that that $2 was not for the people that were already covering the building use fee. It was for the groups that were not paying a fee, and that way the district was then still going to cover their cost. So I'm just asking that somebody make a motion to, we believe it's a mistake. I know that the amount of paperwork that we have, I see people putting papers in their folders, taking them home. I absolutely can understand. So I'm just hoping that maybe it's re-looked at so we can move on. We really are just doing this for the community. And it's something positive, and it seems like it's not that anymore. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Vicki?
I just wanted to bring a letter in and give it so the board could look it over, because we disagree with Mrs. Kelly's decision with Dylan. Which I don't know if you guys have talked about.
Disagree for what? What was the reason?
We haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Participation comes first.
No, she asked me.
Yeah.
No, it's,
No, we usually have let everybody speak at once,
Oh, okay.
and then if it's about a person, a specific person, we have to discuss it in executive session.
Okay.
So we'll talk, did you give somebody the letter?
Yes.
Okay.
they do have the right also to come into executive session if they want to discuss it further.
Oh,
You just tell them.
Would you like to stay for executive session while we talk? Okay.
Is there anything else for public participation? I don't see anybody else that signed up.
Do we need to discuss Kim's concern, or Stephanie's concern at this time?
We will after we go through